Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is August 1st, 2025, and this is my weekly trade review where I'm reviewing a 9 Condor trade. That's an SPX 0-day option, 10 wide, point 0.2 delta, 20 delta. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, came up with some new rules this week. I had a couple big hits again, but that's what this is all about me learning and seeing what can I do when these things go bad, or what can I do when I think I need to make money. That's one of the things that I found out with me, I need to get to where I don't focus so much on the money, focus on the plan and the strategy. That's the hint for the day. The other thing that I'm changing, because again, I get where I got to make this money, and I end up forcing myself in it, trying to force trades instead of looking at everything like I should, then I end up making mistakes. Then I just make things work. I start digging a deeper and deeper hole for myself. In my live trading, I get where I just take days off. Number one, if I have a few good days in a row, things are going good. Like I was talking to a guy at work, and he gave me this thing that he said, "This too, what it was this shall pass also. This too shall pass also." Something he was telling me about, some Solomon ring thing, and all. I don't think he listens to this stuff, so and I'm not calling out any names tonight. Well, anyway, but again, you have your good days, your happy times, and all, but that too shall pass. Just like any of your bad times too, they will pass also, and things will get better, and all. So that's the whole thing with this whole trading thing. When I get too high, I start thinking I'm invincible and I can do anything. I can place any trade out there and it's going to work for me. And I get where I'm not paying attention to my plan, my strategies, and the way I should be executing my trades. That happens. And then when things get bad, I know I should take breaks then. It's no big deal. But when you start doing well, as long as you're concentrated and focused on your strategy, when I'm concentrated and focusing on my strategy, I can continue doing that for months and all. But once I started getting sloppy, which I did this week, the thing is, with this Iron Condor trade, I did. On my other stuff, did okay, but I've been, with the market going up, it seemed like I took a break right at the right time. I got that last pop in the market, did well on that, and then I said, I need to take a break, things, because I didn't know if that market was going to pop like it did or not. But I kind of had an expectation that somebody else had said we was looking for some crazy activity or something to happen, and the question was it going to go to the upside or to the downside? And it gave us what we see a lot in the market. I call it a final push up, and then we get a drop, and we're getting that drop now. And when the market is dropping, I usually just don't trade well, It's hard for me to buy that put at times. And that's enough of that. Let's get to the trade review here. And I was getting ready to get to, one of my new rules too with this Iron Condor trade. When the VIX is below 17, here's 17 is up here around this green, right? 17 is here, this number here. And when the VIX is below that number, it's almost kind of like a no trade. You don't get enough credit, number one. I like try to get $2.50 credit or more. I found out when I first started this trade, I thought $1.50 was going to be enough, but I'm realizing $2.50 is probably the minimum that you should go, because now you're trying to close that trade around $1.50 or so or lower. You're trying to close that between $1.50 and $2 somewhere, and all. And that can be hard, because again, you got a couple things that can go against you. This VIX can actually make a pop, and that's going to cause the prices of your options to go up based on the credit that you received, and you're trying for the prices of your options to go down so you can close it at a lower point. The other thing is the market also starts trending on you, and the market can trend on you to the upside. If its volatility is low, it's going up, and if volatility is spiking and start going down, again, that's going to get you in trouble with this Iron Condor trade. So that's a couple things that I've learned. So now my thing is, VIX below 17, no trade. Like this morning, I was able to do a trade, and now still, again, you get where you're not. I get where I haven't been doing this long enough with this type of trade. When this VIX popped up here, I did get a nice credit. But again, it started trending against me, and I did some things that I normally I wouldn't do when I first started doing this. I didn't have the fear like I have now. Well, and again, trading this thing at the size that I'm trading, that's another thing that I wouldn't I wouldn't do live. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't do this trade the size that I'm doing live. So that's another thing. So that's that. That's enough of all that. Now let's get to the trades. The VIX actually was pretty low this week, and it started giving us a pop here yesterday, and a nice pop here this morning. So it made it for pretty good trading, this morning, So let's go ahead and look at the rest of the week. And this week I'm only going to show a couple of days because I did some crazy stuff, when I got off track. But let's go ahead and go to the trades and take a quick look at those. Monday was a good day. Monday, I placed that iron Condor at 64.15, 64.25 on the call side, 63.75, 63.65 on the put side, around a .2 delta. Receipts again, see that low credit at $2.50. Was able to close it for $1.95. Next day. And as you can see, it stayed, these purple lines are the strikes that I sold. It stayed within those purple lines really pretty good the whole morning, and that's what I'm looking for. If I get into this trade at 9:30, I want to be out of this trade by 10:30 at the latest. I say that I'll carry it until 11, but usually even in the live account, you're out of this trade by 10 o'clock. You might get a crazy pop then. Tuesday, I was able to place that on Condor. It worked out okay, but again, the market started trending down, and I was out of it early. Later in the day, I started trying to trade, in this virtual account, and all my other live trade stuff was done that I had, and So again, I started playing it here, and I started blowing the account. Looked like I was going to blow the account up, just to put it gently, that's what I looked like I was going to do, because I get bored, because I'm pretty disciplined about my live stuff and all that I do, so I get in here and I'll play. So this iron Condor, I was able to put it on at 64.20, 64.30 on the call side, 63.80, 63.70 on the put side, around a .2 delta. Received a $2 again, that low credit. See, and that's the whole thing. I'm getting these low credits, and that's kind of like, I need to make more money, to get where I want to get to, and then you end up just losing money. I received a $2.30 credit. I was able to close it for $1.60, and I was in this trade at 9:34, out of the trade around that 10 o'clock time again, and that's why I kind of like putting it on then. When the things are going good, this is kind of like the time period that this trade actually works for me. But I did try something later in the week. I'll show you that once we get there. On Wednesday, I had some other personal things going on, so I didn't actually trade that day at all, So let's go on. Thursday was another day that I had planned on not trading, because other things that I had going on had worked out really pretty well, and I was in one of those happy man moves, and like I said, put down here self-destruct, So that's just one of the things. In the iron Condor trade, it actually worked out pretty good. I did place it. The iron Condor trade was placed at 64.35, 64.45 on the call side, 63.70, 63.60 on the put side, around a .2 delta. Received that $2.60 credit. Was able to close it for $1.95. Was in that trade at 9:36. Out of that trade, is that the right time that I was out of that trade? I don't know if that's right, and I'm not going to take a look at that day because that was a crazy day, but I was out of that trade and I put self-destruct, because again, I ended up a lot of trades on a virtual account. Because again, I wasn't going to trade my live account because things had went really, really, really well in there. With this market popped up the way I think it had popped up. This was the day that it popped up, So that's that. Friday today. The day I tried something, this is the day I actually tried something different, because the VIX was up, number one, I saw that. On the normal 9:30 time, I ended up getting like a $4 credit. But when it started doing this, I thought the thing was going to actually kill me, end up with 3 days with maximum losses, although I still had a pretty big loss in here. But again, I still had a pretty good loss in here this day, all the way I ended up closing this thing up. But that's what happened. But I was able to put it on at 63.10, 63.20, then 62.25, 62.15. As you see, it got close. The separate lines, the dotted lines are the lines of the 930 trade. And you can see how at for the 930 trade, it ended up getting real close to there. And that for the 10 o'clock trade, it was right here where it was actually making its reversal. And that was, I put it on at 958. And I was able to put it on at 62.85, 62.95 on the call side, 61.85, 61.75 on the put side at around a 0.2 delta. I still did the 0.2 delta thing, and that's these dash lines. The thing that I didn't really like about this, once I looked at it and put my lines on, I saw my high line, my call line, was near opening. And the thing is, if the market ended up deciding wanting to turn around on you, it may go back up to that opening line and all. But as you can see, the market kind of went sideways here, and it did. The thing is, I got one of those crazy fills. It got me in. I was happy with that. The credit is about right. But then it closed at early on me at this 10 o'clock time. At this 10 o'clock time, you see how we got this crazy looking, this doji, this hammer looking candle. You get this crazy price in action. The options go crazy, and even with my long stuff that I do, sometimes I get a feel around this time. And with this Condor, I ended up getting a feel like this. This will not happen in your live account, but based on what we're seeing here, we can see that you probably would have been out of this trade still even maybe by this time right here, just trying to take that 25% on that trade. And that's pretty much it. Let's just jump over to the, I'll take a quick look at the money and show you how bang I did over there. And all, what day are we looking at? We're looking at the 25th right now. This is the Monday. Monday was a good day. Monday was a clean day. I placed it at, got a $2.55 credit, and I closed it again kind of close because again, you start getting nervous about when you get this credit around this time and things. So you start you're looking at the live market, and plus I probably was done with some of my other stuff, and I just decided to adjust this and get on out of it is what I did. And then the other thing that I want to show you is the stuff that I did here on today, and I'll 8-1, 8-1, and this is where that credit that I got this morning was that $4 credit on that first one at 9:30 and all, and then I got then around 10 o'clock time I got the $3 and something, and you can see at 10 o'clock right after that I usually set my exit like right away, and it got me out for $2.20. But on the other one, as you can see, I closed the call side. This is the call side, and then the put side was going against me, and I was going to try to let me get rid of the sell leg and let me see if this other leg can make some of that money back if this thing is going to continue going down. I started thinking you start thinking wrong. Just like when we play cards, play spades. If you start thinking too much about it, you're probably thinking wrong. Just play the game, And right here, I should have just let this play out instead of just doing what I did, and it ended up causing a problem. And as you can see down here, I'm down really almost $200,000, from where I was at, and this is not good, but. This is all virtual. This is all learning. This is all about educating myself and exposing you to what can happen with this type of stuff, and it can get where it's not that great. But everything is okay. I'm pretty sure I gave myself the full year, and I know I would get into trouble based on, again, with different market conditions, and I'm okay with that, This is a whole learning experience for me. And that's all I really want to share. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.